What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and we're going to split this into two parts today. So we got the Decepticon Bludgeon and Decepticon Ruckus Doom and Destruction Collection Transformers United 2-pack. This is an Amazon exclusive right now. I think it's available for regular price. There is an Amazon sale on the 8th, which is today, and the 9th, where I think they have the other sets on sale. So if you're looking to pick up those, because you might want to have Windsweeper, I think they dropped them down to 30 or 40 bucks. Unfortunately, they can drop the price on how they want. I'm not really caring about the trigger bots, so it didn't really bother me to go that route. However, I did have this set on pre-order mainly for the Ruckus and this Bludgeon, and I gotta say that the reason why I split this up, because one review is going to be great, the other one's going to be like, I don't know about that, and we got to talk about that. We got to address that, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to start with the Bludgeon here. Now, this Bludgeon is based on the Stormbringer version. I'm not going to go through the history. You can use Google, your favorite AI, to get all that information for you. But this Bludgeon is going to be different than the one that was made in Legacy, which is a straight retool, repaint of Tarn. This one is also a straight retool and repaint of Tarn with a few more retooling. And of course, he comes with a sword. But then also the Cyberverse version of Tarn came with a sword, but this sword is better. But anyway, I don't have any other version of Bludgeon. I'm not going to compare this to like a million toys. If you want to see the review on Tarn, I'll leave the link in the description. We're going to go over the tanks. We're going to compare it to the other two Tarns, get them in robot mode because we got to move quickly tonight. All right, so there was a different configuration that the tank is going to use, and it will hinder somewhat of the transformation because when you place the barrel here, it kind of stresses this middle part. And I only did this because I wanted him to have a different look. Of course, this is the remolded front piece, which does come off for some reason. There's nothing I can do about it. I think other reviewers have said it, but the tolerances on mine is nice. I love the color of the green and the kind of yellow, kind of close to like a Roadbuster, but not that green. It's very uniform, not a lot of the clear parts like the other two Tarns have. But this is the configuration that Mark Clonis had in his behind the scenes, and I just added the turret here where I have to have it, but it does keep the legs steady. So you give him this different tank mode. As you can see here, he's still the same as Tarn, except for he has the longer piece, very similar to the other Bludgeon, and that's about it. And the colors are green and this orange. We're going to show off the two Tarns real quick. All right, we had to do a quick pause here. I'm going to bring in the Tarns here. So the next Tarn we're going to bring in is the IDW Tarn here, and we're going to just settle that there. We're going to move this box out the way, and then we're going to bring in the Cyberverse Tarn. Now, we're not going to go like, oh, well, this one has this. I mean, basically, these two are exactly the same with the exception of the coloration, and he comes with a sword. He also comes with a sword. The difference between them is not just the coloration, also the remolding of the chest plate, as well as the other part of the robot. So pretty much he's still the same, but if you ask me, I do like how you can make this different configuration. I thought that was pretty cool from Mark Clonis. If I had my choice of which one I like, I mean, you got to have a Tarn somewhere in your collection, even if you don't really know anything about Tarn. You just got to have one. But I do like the way the mold works for Tarn. I think that because Hasbro did a good job, repainting him and remolding him into this was probably pretty good too. And because of that, you get this better look, and I think it looks great. So let's just get one more shot of the Tarns here. And we'll refer to him as Stormbringer Bludgeon. As you can see here, they're both together. Let's get a nice little group shot there, and I think that looks pretty nice. And that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and pause for the cause, and we're going to get them in the robot mode. And of course, we'll always be back in 2 and 2. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic, and we have Stormbringer Bludgeon in his robot mode. Now, what robot mode I'm going to keep him in configuration is the guns will be on his back, and the only thing he will have in his hand is his sword. So we're going to go over not so much articulation. It's pretty much the same as Tarn. We're just going to look at the extra details, and I'm going to let y'all know right now, this is the start of the set for me, but for others it may vary. So what do we get this time with Tarn in his robot mode? We get a new remolded chest. We're going to bring down the lighting, bring down the darkness here so we can get more light here. You can see the head sculpt there. And I think the head sculpt is very nice. They did a good job of retooling. The chest is brand new and it's retooled. Also, this is the same waist piece, which is also retooled, but that's also with Bludgeon. Everything else is pretty much the same with the exception of the paint. And that's it. There's really no other remolding, but I do like the head. The sword that he comes with is now painted with a very silver blade. So I'm thinking that's very similar to what the other Bludgeon had, and it has a black hilt. The weapons, like I said before, on the back are not clear plastic. They're painted with that kind of green color, very similar to the green that I want to say the Bumblebee from the Worlds Collide set has. That very similar green. He has those hits of red. It's a very nice deco, and it works for him. I like this Bludgeon better than the other Bludgeon, plain and simple. So we'll bring out the other Tarns to compare him to, and so we'll start with the same way that I had the Tarns in the video. We'll start with IDW Tarn, because this is the IDW paint job, and you can see here the differences. Like I said, he doesn't have that chest piece like he does. We'll bring it closer so you can kind of see here. He has a different chest piece, so does the other Tarn, and we'll bring him out later on. The waist piece is different. The waist piece is different. These guns are now clear. They're, clear plastic here in certain parts, and they're painted, and you can see it's clear on the back, while his is not. Of course, the head sculpt is different. This has that Decepticon face, while he has the Stormbringer face, because the Bludgeon that's out right now, that's, retail, that's not the Amazon exclusive, has a very different face. And of course, the sword itself was used in with the Cyberverse Tarn, and we'll bring that out right now. And a lot of people like the Cyberverse Tarn, man. Women like the Cyberverse Tarn. Yes, yeah, because I love women. Yeah, they were like, oh, I like the colors on that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, some like this one too, because I had them on. I had them out for display for a little bit. But let's get a good shot of them together. Yeah, I do like the mold itself. I think Hasbro does a very good job with this mold. I think that you get your money's worth with this mold. Oh, sorry about that. You get your money worth with this mold. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and give up my final thoughts, and we'll be back in 2 and 2. All right, so we're back by YouTube Magic. And should you pick this up? I'm going to say yeah, only with an asterisk. You could see that in my brain. Only if you like this version of Bludgeon. If you don't like this version of Bludgeon, there's no need to buy this. You know what I'm saying? But I actually like this version. I wish he was kind of like the lighting in the picture that Not Rap took, where he looked more turquoise and like a different type of yellow, but that was just bad lighting. But either way, this deco works for me. I like this Bludgeon. He is somehow going to be worked into my shelf. I dig his presence, the mold, even though it can scream Tarn. The remolded chest, head, and waist piece do give him a different look, enough for me to say he's not Tarn. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. I think he is the star of the show for me in this set. Now we're going and talk about Ruckus, which is probably not going to be liked by a lot of people, but I'll do my best to explain. So, all right, I like this figure the most. I think he's great from the set. I love the tolerances. There was no looseness. The only thing I hate is the chest does come off, but it's not going to break. It just, Hasbro. We keep putting up with it, so that's what we get. So overall, I like it, and I want to say, thank you, of course, for watching the video. As always, please like, subscribe, and share. What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. This is Super Robot here, bringing more news reviews to them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Ruckus time.